This is Dave Hurwitz at ClassicsToday.com here with the review of the Minnesota Orchestra with Osmo Vänskä. Here, let me get over here. You can see this. Of Mahler's Symphony No. 2, the Resurrection Symphony. Well, unfortunately, this Resurrection Symphony does not resurrect. Vänskä has been doing a Mahler cycle in Minnesota for the BIS label. It has been mostly unsuccessful. That hasn't stopped it from accumulating a certain level of acclaim, which these things always tend to, especially these days. The problem with Vänskä's Mahler, and you hear it in this performance, although not quite to the same degree that you hear in some of the really bad ones like No. 1 or No. 6, is that it used to be that Mahler was difficult, and it sounded difficult. And that wasn't necessarily a bad thing, because there are moments in Mahler where he wants the orchestra to struggle and where he wants the music to sound like it's struggling. That gives it its intensity. Today's orchestras are so good, technically, that they can do just about anything. And today's conductors treat their orchestras like a fabulous toy that you can manipulate at will and do anything you want to with. And that's what Vänskä does in these Mahler performances. He also does it in his Sibelius cycle in Minnesota too. It's a shame, really. He enjoys doing things like, extreme pianissimos where Mahler simply marks pianissimo, or trying to reveal strange little inner voices or bringing out small details, always at the expense of the big picture. This is a Mahler Second Symphony that's completely lacking in tension. And if any symphony has tension, it's this one. I mean, the climaxes and the finale are volcanic. The moment of recapitulation in the first movement should bring your neighbors screaming on your door, begging for mercy when you're listening to it. And none of that happens here. It's beautifully, beautifully played. And obviously the orchestra gives Vänskä everything he wants, but he's such a micromanager at this point that the result is a general blandness, especially from the Minnesota woodwinds and the scherzo and a few other places, that just completely neutralizes the excitement and the intensity of the music. In short, this is a Mahler Second Symphony that is dead on arrival. Just ignore it.